Hi everyone, Christopher here, and welcome back to another episode of Fossil Forward Finds. We have another What Sold video for you. This one is from July 20th through July 26th. I just wanted to preface, not really apologize, but um, I know this is a video coming out a little late. I've stopped the shorts for the moment. I will try to get back into those soon. I did just lose my mother this week. Um, so all of last week, I was, with her while she was in hospice. Um, so it's been a lot the last couple weeks, um, but as things move forward, I hope to get back into my regular schedule, um, and yeah, go from there. Anyways, so another great week. I think July may have been one of my best months ever, but at least 46 orders for a total of $498.44 gross. Primarily postcards, though I did have a few good sales that were not. Just kind of zoom through here quickly. Yeah, pretty much all postcards here. We've got a couple non-ones there. So anyways, I'm going to start with the non-postcard items first, and then we'll get into the rest. Alrighty, so let's get into it. The first item I have to show you is this Woodstock rain gauge from the Peanuts show. Sold for $35.50. I've had this listed since January of this year. I bought it at my local Goodwill for $2.99. I had a Snoopy one as well, but I sold that earlier in the year. Not for the full $49.99 either, but I think a little bit more than this, maybe a few dollars more. Anyways, I got a nice message from the buyer when they made the offer saying, he's retired in his 80s. His wife really likes this and wants it. Would I be willing to take the offer he sent? Even without the story, I would have said yes because it was taking up a lot of space. I had it pre-boxed because I don't do breakables too often, and so with $2.99 in it, I was more than happy to get this one to a good home. It was only going to Pennsylvania as well, so less chance for it to break along the way. The Jurassic Park POGs keep on kicking. This one sold for full asking of $20, and I have 4 more available. So if that's one you're looking for, have at it. Um, Pretty clean condition. Some of them have a little bit of indentations on the back. Usually, if I take pictures of multiples, I'll show one that has the most representative wear. That way, at worst, people will be pleasantly surprised when they get something that's in better condition. Um, Sold a pinback button as well. I listed this in April of this year, so it hasn't been up too long. Sold for the full asking of $14.99. It's for Atlanta Children's Fund. I didn't really look it up to see what Atlanta's Children's Fund's about. I'm assuming cancer or some sort of disease or something. But this was from 1981, and you got the nice red roses in the center. All right, so now into postcards, which was the bulk of what sold this week. Got some fun nuns here doing some hula hooping. Oklahoma City, circa 1958 is the photo. I don't know the date for the card because these are they're not reprints per se, but they are the postcards are not necessarily the age of the image. Photo Folio tends to have a lot of postcards like this. But it sold for $5.49. I still have 10 available of these. This is the second one of these to sell. Yeah, I listed this August of last year, so they've been up for a bit. So, fun card. I thought it was fun anyways when I saw it. All right, little story with this one. So this came out of the Albany album hauls that you've been seeing, which I will be getting back to those videos too. I filmed video 6, but I got to finish listing everything first. In any case, very interesting postcard. Obviously, we have an alligator dressed as Santa. We got some big old cranes there, a little kid sitting on one. We got what looks like fish in the Santa sack. It's an art piece done by Gene Jones Jackson. I hadn't heard of him before. Um, Anyways, I put this up on auction. Um, for interesting cars like this, I often start at $20 because in most cases it only gets one bid, and at $20 I can still ship an eBay standard envelope. Well, this one got two bids to $20.50, which means it could no longer go eBay standard envelope. So I had to eat the ground advantage shipping. You know, it is what it is. I forget exactly what I make after fees and shipping, but still probably $12, $13. It could be worse. Um, I did get a message. I don't know, maybe later in the same day. The person who lost the bid said, I wasn't paying attention, so I lost it by 50 cents. Do you have any more of him?" No. So, yeah, I wish he saw it or she saw it and kept on bidding, but it is what it is. Um, you just, sometimes it works out in your favor and you get it bid up and it covers the ground advantage shipping. Other times it doesn't. I could have started this um, above the eBay standard envelope price and tried it that way. It is what it is. All right, got a real photo postcard of three young women. I'm not sure if they're sisters or two sisters and mom. Not entirely sure, but nice looking, group here. Looks like we got some pearls or some sort of beaded necklaces, anyways. Nice floral print. No information on the back, just the stamp box that we can use to get a rough date on it. Full asking of $14.99. I got this from DF Brother over on Whatnot. He just had a wonderful show again today. I caught the first part of it. I listed this in November of last year. All right. Another real photo postcard listed at the same time, so I also from Dave F. Brother. So I got it probably in the same Whatnot show. This one sold for $8.99. I guess you could ask why I listed that one at $14.99 and the other one at $8.99. Some of it could be condition. It's got some discoloration here. And when it comes to people, I guess this one is somewhat identified. But when it comes to people, it really kind of depends on, what they're wearing, what the situation is, what the poses are. I mean, these two are fairly similar, but I thought the studio portrait had a nicer look to it, especially with the beaded necklaces and so forth. So, for whatever reason, I thought this one started better at $8.99. And, yeah, it looks like, Martha maybe, Mabel, and Ida on the back. So, there you go. Or that could be Mother. I don't know. But, yep, $8.99 full asking. All right. We got some Barbie comics. Well, postcard, but comic postcards. As you can see on the edge here, this did come out of some sort of postcard book. This is an oversized card. I think it's 5x7. It still goes eBay standard envelope though. I bought this off eBay. I think there was a whole lot of them I got at once. But I listed this in March of last year, so it's been a little over a year. Yeah, there you go. Nostalgic Barbie, a postcard book, circa 1990. So just I have a whole bunch of other ones like this. They all just have little different sayings and humor scenes. So $7.99. I listed those with the movie in mind when the movie came out. I think I was a little late to the party, but anywho, hunky men. Gotta have some hunky men. They are consistent sellers for me, but they've been a little bit slower lately. Um, Maybe I just need to freshen the inventory I have. But this one sold for $9.99. Anytime I have cards like this, I always add gay interest in the title, and if I don't have space there, then I'll put it in um, the item specifics. And with these, I just kind of describe what I'm seeing. Obviously, this guy's holding a wrench, and he's got denim jeans, and it's Hot Bodz brand. They do uh, women pinups as well, but those don't move as fast for me as the men do. So, And then last but not least, I'm going to show you two of these. I had a buyer come through and buy 8 of these. These are also oversized, again, I think 5x7, but 8 Amish quilts by Susie Riehl? I'm not sure how you pronounce that exactly. Um, but so this is part of a series, um, and the artist used originally watercolor to paint various Amish quilt scenes. So this is one of them with the nice geese. This was the second one I thought was pretty with all the vibrant colors on that. So I what I think happened was the buyer purchased one or two at full price, the $9.99, and then more kept on being put in my like send offers button. So I just sent them 850, 850, 850, and they ended up buying 8. You know, if they had bought them all at one time, put them all in the cart and bought them all at once, they would have saved 20% off instead of 15. So I was more than comfortable constantly sending offers at them. I've had a few more get washed since then. I don't know if it's the same buyer. They haven't sold yet, but listed these in August of last year, so we're coming up on a year for them. And yeah, not too shabby. I don't remember where I got these. I don't know if I got these on. I feel like I must have got them from Whatnot, but I don't remember whose show. But in any case, a nice week for what's been a nice month. I do believe, and I haven't looked at the numbers, but this final week that's ending today was not a good week, and part of that is probably because I was with mom. I wasn't putting up new listings, keeping the activity going. Although a lot of these sales have been older listings, but it is what it is. There are things more important than eBay and postcards. So with that, we will. I'll end it here, and we'll catch you on the next one. Let me know what your favorite sales are or were from this list, and how your sales been doing. See you.